Hello viewers, welcome back to the channel Learn Accounting. Today we will learn how we can prepare such an amazing and useful customers aging report in Microsoft Excel simply by following few easy steps, and it's going to be extremely useful for you in your workplace. Before starting, the procedure used in this video is the same for aging analysis for stock, aging analysis for suppliers, and aging analysis for customers. We will use customer data, so we are preparing customers aging report. So we have customers balance report here. All the customer sales data is in here. This is kind of a raw data from which we are going to prepare our customers aging report. In this raw data we have customer name, invoice number, invoice date, and invoice amount columns. So we need to do some working on this raw data to prepare our aging analysis. So what we will do, we will add here 3 helping columns after invoice date, and in the first column we will find out our due date. Obviously we cannot prepare aging analysis if we don't know the due date of invoices. So for the sake of understanding, we will assume that in 30 days the invoices will become due. So to find out the due date, we will simply do this formula is equal to invoice date and plus 30. Okay, this will give us 31st January 2024. This will give us our due date from the date of our invoice. We simply drag it down, and here we have due date for all our invoices, right? Now in the next column we will have to find out overdue days. Overdue days, right? Overdue days, what that means is, it means that for how many days that each invoice has become due. Okay, so for that the formula will be is equal to today and both parentheses minus due date cell. Okay, so this is giving us result in like this, but this is not correct. We have to correct it. Go to number format drop down menu and select general. Okay, so now we have 397. This means that this invoice has been overdue for 397 days, and simply drag it down. So now we have overdue days for all our invoices. If we come down here, we can see that the number of days is in minus. As we know, the number of days can never be in minus. So why is it giving us a result in minus? It's giving us a result in minus because today's date is 3rd March 2025, but the due date is 11 March 25. It hasn't come yet, so that's why it's giving us result in minus. As you can see, today is 3rd March 25 and the due date is also 3rd March 25, so it's giving us overdue days in 0. So to resolve this issue, we have to modify this formula. To do this, we will simply come here and modify it. If and today minus due date is less than 0, then 0, right? Otherwise, today both brackets minus the same due date cell. Okay, F4, the due date, and bracket close. Right, now simply drag it down. You can now see it's giving a result in 0. So this is our desired result. Now we will add categories of aging. You might have studied those categories. These are usually very common categories of aging. So we will write down those categories here. First 0, then 1, then 31, then 61, then 91, and finally 121. Okay, so here we will write our categories of aging. Not due yet, 1 to 30 days, 31 to 60 days, 61 to 90 days, 91 to 120 days, and above 120 days, right? So these are our categories of aging. This is how you present your report to your boss, by presenting your data in these categories. So we will come here, and now we will add our last column, and that will be status of invoice. Simply expand it. Okay, so for status of invoice, what we will do, we will connect our overdue days with all these categories here. And how are we going to do this? For status of invoice formula, that will be VLOOKUP, right? Overdue days, then we have to select this range, all of it, and then number 2 we will select. Second column, we need result from this second column, and finally true, we need approximate match. Okay, right? So this is giving us result above 120 days. Right now we have to, before dragging it down, make sure to put these dollar signs here to lock this range of the table that we made, right? So now you have to drag and drop it. Here we have our status of all our invoices. So now for our final step, we need to organize this data into a presentable form, into a sort of a report format for our boss. So for that, we will go to insert tab here and select pivot table and press OK. Right, so we will come down here to another sheet, and here you can see all the pivot table settings on the right side. We will select our desired settings here and drag and drop amount in value field, right, and status of invoice in column field like this, and customer name in row field. So here we have it. Here we have our customer aging analysis report from our raw data that we have prepared for our boss. You can now simply take the print out or organize it the way you want, as we will organize it here. We need this due date, not due yet, before our 1 to 30 days column, right? So we have dragged and dropped it here. So not due yet, 1 to 30 days, 31 to 60 days, 61 to 90 days, 91 to 120 days, and above 120 days. So we have our customers aging analysis report. So if you found this video helpful, kindly like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much.